Hello. Yes, I am back, and I hadn't really planned on filming today, but I just started cleaning some leca and thought maybe you guys would want to hang out whilst I do some kind of boring jobs really. I need to top up all of my substrate boxes, which are over there, and yeah, I'm just cleaning my leca. So I never throw out leca or sphagnum moss, perlite, tree fern fibre. There's a lot of things that I will repurpose. I will kind of find a way to clean them and I'll just reuse them. Yeah, so like I said, I've got all my soil stuff out and we're going to be topping those up. And then here in the kitchen, I earlier just gathered up all of my leca balls that I'd taken out of other plants when I've repotted them. So I'm going to boil that up. It's just plain water, and I've only just put that on. So we'll wait for that to start boiling, and I'll probably let that boil for about 20 minutes. Okay. Where do I want to start? Yeah, I was doing this box first. So I've got a load of cocoa coir in this box. It's quite a deep box. There's just so many jobs that I want to get on with, but I actually really want to put some of my Hoyas into the hallway, which is kind of what got me started on this whole thing, because I really wasn't planning on doing any planty stuff other than just a little bit of pest checking. So, well, I call it pest checking, but I'm basically just staring at my plants. Okay, so that's nice and full. Yeah, so I really want to redo my hallway, and I want to put a lot of the Hoyas in the really sunny spot, like where I have my succulents. Okay, so that's the cocoa coir. I have another box here, which I think I'm just going to put half cocoa coir, because I kind of like using this one for mixing, for like measurements and stuff. So maybe I'll just put half. Actually, no, I'll fill it up. Let's fill it up. Because I didn't that long ago do... It wasn't that long ago that I did this. And I don't really feel like I've done that much repotting, but I guess I'm always chopping up something, so I'm repotting. But it doesn't feel that way. Okay, so that's those done. We want to top up the bag. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, so there's a couple of my Hoyas that I want to repot. Yeah, when I first got into Hoyas, I know what I was thinking, but I potted quite a few of them up into jam jars, and the one plant has been in a jam jar for about 2.5 years, and the roots are crazy. They're so long. So that desperately needs to be done, and I really want to put it in highlight to get those blooms going. Usually my Crimson Queen goes into the hallway, like right, not directly under the southeast facing skylight, but just to the side of it, and it blooms so nicely there. So I wouldn't mind doing a bit of that, just kind of rearranging them. I mean, there isn't some tree fern fibre, but I think I will just top that up. Yeah, have it out anyway, so may as well. Love this stuff with my anthuriums. I haven't actually tried it with anything else yet. Some of my subscribers, or at least one of them, was saying, oh, I just made a mess, was saying that they use it with their Hoyas. Yeah, I think it was their Hoyas. Oh, it's bubbling. I think it's boiling now. Might just go and give it a little bit of a stir. can't believe I just chucked tree fan fibre all over the box. Well, before I do that, hang on. Don't want anything flying in there. And I need my spoon. Yes. Nice. So the next thing I'm going to sort out, luckily, I'm so happy I found this bag. I knew that I knew I had a lot of pon somewhere. I thought it was going to be dirty, but I just found, let me just put you down a little bit. Yeah, I just found this bag. I'm so happy. Okay, so how am I going to do this though? Maybe I'll tip it in this bowl. So yeah, I had been drying it on this blue mat. And yeah, I mean, usually I would pick out any Leca balls, but I think I'm just going to leave them. There it is. That's all been boiled up and cleaned. I'm so happy. Maybe I will just take... I'm going to take the bits of bark out because I can see a little bit of bark here and there. I said I wasn't going to pick out the Leca balls, but I am now. Yeah, it's kind of time consuming, but not only is it kind of being more sustainable than throwing it out and just buying new, it's also just so like good on your pocket, you know, you're saving yourself money. I mean, look, the Hoyas aren't going to mind a bit of bark, to be fair. I don't think they'll be upset. Okay, cool. I'm going to just go ahead and put this in its pot. Here we go. This one. Oh, I just found some more Leca balls. And I know that I have a load more in there. These ones have, I mean, they're not filthy, but they just have a lot of sphagnum moss in them. So what I might need to do is just leave them out so that the sphagnum moss dries up. And then I can pretty much dust that off and then boil them up. So yeah, should we... Stick this in there. Yeah, I mean, you can kind of, whilst you're doing this, you can also just pick out bits as you find them. Okay, so we've got a nice big pot of pon. So happy. Okay, I'm going to take you back over there. Oh, I need to get my strainer out. And yeah, we can clean up the Leca. And then I'll have a quick look at my to-do list and see what else I can get done. So yeah, I just strained it. Check out how dirty the water is. Ooh, they're all lovely and clean. I'm just going to let that cool down. A cheeky little day of just nothing really in particular. Although I did do things in the morning. I did some job searches. I edited 2 videos. I also did something for TikTok. I recently went to one of my favourite shops. I'll probably do a short here as well actually on YouTube, so look out for that. I didn't buy anything. I'm trying not to. I want to see, this month I'm kind of, I'm eating as healthy as I can, but on a real budget. And I think I found like the perfect meal plan for when you're on a budget but you want to stay healthy and you want high protein, because that's another thing. I'm going for high protein and I'm doing really well. I guess I'm cooking from scratch, so it's costing me a lot less. My food bill is lower, much lower, like half the amount that I would normally spend. So if I can do that, and I can do that sustainably, then I know that at the end of the month I'll have money to spend on plants. But I have got a list of plants. In fact, where is that list? Whilst that's, you know, cooling down, let me get my list. I don't know where it is. Okay, I'm back with my many lists actually. Yeah, in this book I like to write down ideas, things that I want to film, like interesting topics. And I try at the moment, because I want to start posting more often. When you're just posting once a week, then, you know, there's less organizing that needs to be done. But now that I want to post 3 times a week, I'm hoping to continue doing Sunday, Tuesday and Thursday. So that's the plan. At the moment I'm actually managing to do Sunday and Thursday. That's working out quite well for me. Okay, so yeah, in this book it's just all the ideas that I have. And I mean, I have lists and lists and lists of ideas, but then I try and rearrange them in a way that would be more interesting for you guys. So that it's not, I don't know how to explain it, to be honest, but yeah, I try to not always be repotting, although I'm always repotting. And then in this list, yeah, I was talking about some plants that I want to sell. I think I managed to find, yeah, plants for sale. So I might sell my Monstera albo, the bottom cut, but as I'm saying that, I don't think I probably will. I don't think I can ever have too many Monstera albos in my home. I just love them so much. And right under that, I've put my seedlings. I don't know if I want to give up my seedlings. Okay, moving along. I do have a Hoya Crimson Queen. I've got 2. So I'm only keeping 1, no more duplicates. I want to sell the Princess as well. I have a Hoya Matilde that I want to sell because I've got a Hoya Matilde splash that I prefer. I have Hoya linearis in soil, although I do actually have 3 Hoya linearis, but I'm keeping 2. I've got a Hoya australis lisa. I've actually got 2 of those, so I want to only have 1. I'm going to be selling my Hoya carnosa dark red, the Crassi petiolata, because I prefer the splash. I've got Crassi I've got the Hoya Crassi you know what I'm trying to say. I've got the splash one. My Ficus elastica teninki. Now I've got 3 Ficus elasticas. I've got the variegated one. I've got that really dark one. I think it's called, there's 2 names. You can either call it Black Knight or I think in some places they're calling it Burgundy. I really love that one. She's very dinky, although she has grown a lot. I'm keeping that one. I'm keeping the variegated one, but the one with just, it's kind of like got like a greyish green tones with, I'll put some footage in. That one I want to sell. I have another Streptocarpus. I have another Streptocarpus pretty turtle, which is currently in the hallway. I want to sell that. I've got a Philodendron atapanensia. I don't know if I said that right. I'll put the name up. I'm thinking about selling my Florida Ghost. I know. And then I have 2 Philodendron splendids, and I I just want to keep the one, and I'm actually going to sell the largest one and keep the smaller one because she's going to be huge by the end of the summer. I mean, that I know how that plant grows. I know what's going to happen. So yeah, so I think I counted up, let's see, blah, 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 blah. Yes, I did. 14. I have 14 plants that I want to sell, and from the profits of this, I will be out spending. I can't wait to go and buy more plants. I have had a look online, but I really want to get back into going to brick and mortar garden centres and garden shops and just exploring that world out there. Maybe in the winter looking online was great, and I probably still will look online, you know, when it's late at night and you can't fall asleep. Those nights. Yeah, I'm really excited, and I have several people that I know are fairly interested in these plants, so I don't think it's going to be too difficult for me to find new homes for them. Okay, I'm sure that must have cooled down by now. Surely. So this water I'm going to throw down the toilet. I've learnt my lesson, clogging up my sink. I wonder if I could get away with doing it like that. Probably not. It's unlikely, knowing me. Knowing me, knowing you. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I've been in a really good mood today. Do you ever have days where you wake up and you're just like, I hate this? Like I'll get up in the morning and I'll be washing my dishes or something, and I'll be like, why am I having to do this every morning? Grumble, grumble, moan, moan. But this morning I was bouncing around. I don't know what happened. I did have a very good night's sleep. Yeah, this is looking good. They're looking really clean. I love this. I love the fact, well, I love this stage when it's all done, but the picking it out of the soil and picking out bits and bobs, that's not my favourite. So it's much the same as trying to get plants out of sphagnum moss. Although I know the sphagnum moss really is just winner when it comes to propagating certain plants. It's hellish to get off your plant's roots. I'm not really seeing anything suspicious in there, so I think I'm just gonna a little bit of perlite. I think I can. Yes. Happy, very happy. Just wipe that in there, and I'll give that a clean afterwards. But now I have. Well, it's still quite warm, but cool down. The only bit of bark that I found was this one little piece, so that's good. I need to go and take the bins out now, and definitely I need to do a hoover, so I think that's where I'm going to leave this video. Actually, just wanted to like pop in and say hi, really, you know, just popping by. But I'll see you again very soon. Keep an eye out for my additional videos by putting on your notification bell. Yeah, so you're going to be seeing a lot more of me these days since I am home and unemployed. I always have a fabulous time knowing that I'm going to get some cool comments from you guys. So yeah, keep those rolling in. And thank you so much to all the new subscribers. Oh my goodness, what's going on? I'm so happy to have you join the family. So yeah, I'm going to stop talking now. Have a fabulous day. I'll see you soon. Bye.